Michel, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon at MSN TV. The Roux Scholarship's an unusual, I would say, scholarship, certainly because the way it's so open to anyone.
Yes, it's unusual and it's integrity before anything. It's a competition. Started as a competition 30 years ago, as a local competition. You know, we had 20 entry form, 30 entry form. It's grown up and up and up. And it was at the beginning food which were nice to see and read and enjoyable, and now it's gone up to what I call a standard of gastronomy: 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, and the judges, the panels of judges are now you know, as big as the Roux family can be together, and it's wonderful, and it's attract this year 100 young people, and for the first time, or let's say one of the first time, we've got few girls who have entered into the competition and who will be there.
I've seen some of the food that has to be prepared.
Yes.
And I mean, this is my entry for next year. I'm thinking, I made this earlier. I'm not sure. What do you think?
Well, it looks like a sandwich, doesn't
it is a sandwich.
The plate is in cardboard, my dear. No. Well, I think you've got to review a bit your well, it might go through on paper, but paperwork, you know, in your entry form. But I personally believe that I might not take you on cook-off.
Not this year?
Not this year. No.
Okay, thank you.
You need a bit more garnish in there.
Right, yes. Okay, that's something to bear in mind. How bad was British food when you first started here?
It was so bad. That's why we decided that we should really have a scholarship. Because even if we had few young chefs who were gifted and promising, when I used to give a call to my friends in the continent, on the continent, so-called the continent, Europe, but Italy, France, Spain, and so on, I used to have that voice on the phone and that silence suddenly. What? Are you serious? You want us to take an English chef in our kitchen with 3-star Michelin? Do you want the Michelin to take a star back? You know, it was a bit. It was upsetting, and I was at the end of the day. I like to take a joke or two, but I don't like to be punched. So I thought maybe we will get them another way.
When you think back from 30 years ago and how much difficulty there was to have a British chef taken seriously.
Well, it was extremely difficult. I'm really serious. It was a disaster. I mean, the country, UK, I mean, was, well, mind you, I mean, let's be fair about the chef on the continent or the public as a whole. I mean, UK was not really the place where you used to come for spending a week of delightful, you know, what we call an étape of gastronomy, and going from, you know, Edinburgh, Glasgow, or Cheltenham, or London, and, you know, you had to find your way where to eat. It's amazing because the light has not been switched on, you know. That's the way I will put. We were in the dark. I mean, nobody yet. You couldn't talk about food. That's not a subject to talk about. It was 2 subjects. So, food, obviously, and sex. The British don't talk about that. So, that was left alone. But when you eat, you couldn't talk about food either. So was it a decision you were either going to help out with food or sex, and you went with food? No, we had to go for food because we're gentlemen. And we love our food, and we know a lot about food. I'm not going to say more. When we started it 30 years ago, it was genuinely something to help the young chef in UK. And we've gone further than that. We have changed the optic of even the chefs. And the chef who have obviously been able to get the title, have been able to emulate some other talent and train other young people and push them in a competition. So it's what we call rolling over. You know, it's snowball, and that's what I love.